Lebanon. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. As Israel keeps targeting Hezbollah militants who keep firing rockets across the border, and Israel's urging people to evacuate in Lebanese villages.
Located in and next to buildings and areas used by Hezbollah for military purpose, such as those used to store weapons.
Israeli Defense Forces Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari. Fox's Nate Foy reports from Tel Aviv.
Hezbollah has fired into northern Israel 35 times. So far today, the IDF has hit 300 Hezbollah positions and counting. The IDF is focusing on Hezbollah launching positions and weapons facilities.
Two recent polls show how tight the race for president is. 6 weeks and a day before the election, an NBC News national survey gives Vice President Harris a 5-point lead.
But a New York Times Siena College poll this morning shows former President Trump leading 50 to 45% in Arizona, 49 to 45% in Georgia, and 49 to 47% in North Carolina.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Now, the vice president raked in $27 million in campaign cash in New York yesterday, her biggest fundraiser since taking over as the Democratic candidate. Telling reporters at Joint Base Andrews she wants another debate with the former president.
The conversations that I think we should be having on substance, on issues, on policies. What's your plan? What's my plan?
But former President Trump isn't interested. Telling Fox's Bill Malugin he's already debated her and President Biden.
To do a third one, everybody's voting now. And it's very late to be doing a third debate.
He'll hold a rally today in Pennsylvania. This morning, Ryan Ruth, the suspect in the second Trump assassination attempt at a golf course in Florida 8 days ago, is due back in federal court. It's a bond hearing. So far, Ruth is facing 2 federal gun charges.
The 2 charges carry a combined maximum sentence of 20 years in prison, but federal prosecutors say stronger charges could be coming.
That's Fox's Brooks Singman. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, Donald Trump Jr. here. Central banks are buying gold at record amounts, and the trend is accelerating in 2024. They see the writing on the wall. The dollar is failing. Is gold the answer for you too? To find out, get a free info kit from Birch Gold Group by texting the word SHELTER to 989898. That's SHELTER to the number 989898 to get your free info kit from Birch Gold, the only gold company I trust, right now.
Message and data rates may apply.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Israel's fight against Iran-backed militants in Lebanon and Gaza will be a big topic this week in New York City, where President Biden will go today before he addresses world leaders tomorrow.
The Big Apple will become home to some of the world's biggest diplomats for the United Nations General Assembly. One key foreign policy issue will be top of mind as the war in Gaza continues between Israel and Hamas. Last week, the UNGA adopted a Palestinian-drafted resolution demanding Israel end its presence in, quote, Palestinian territory, calling it unlawful. The move received swift condemnation from Israel and a number of leaders. The U.S. called the resolution's text one-sided. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
Ukraine's president will be at the UN gathering this week, and then Thursday, Volodymyr Zelensky will meet with President Biden and Vice President Harris in Washington, pushing a plan he hopes can end the war with Russia. Now, yesterday, Zelensky visited a plant in Scranton, Pennsylvania, producing ammunition for Ukraine to use in the war. There appears to be a deal among congressional leaders to approve temporary funding through December 20th to avert a government shutdown next month, though it still has to get through the House and Senate.
A continuing resolution tied to a GOP-led measure mandating proof of citizenship to vote failed, opening the door to a bipartisan push for an agreement. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said Sunday collaboration is what works.
The MAGA hard right never let the Republicans come to an agreement with Democrats. But that's the only way to do things. Democrats, Republicans must come together. That's the only way we've kept the government open.
The deal puts off any conflict on keeping government open until after America votes for its next president. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures up a bit after gains last week, but the Dow at a record high. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news.
Another central Illinois county has shown signs of West Nile virus. Logan County Department of Public Health said a dead crow found in Lincoln and submitted to the Department of Agriculture September 11, testing positive for West Nile. There's not much time before building service workers at the University of Illinois could start a strike. SEIU Local 73 said the union did not reach an agreement with the university after a meeting Friday. Union workers criticized the university for implementing civil service rules like requiring physical documentation for sick days and allowing unqualified workers to serve food. University of Illinois College of Media getting a multi-million-dollar gift to help renovate the college's main building. College announced that alumnus Frank Richard and his wife Leslie donated $2.5 million to help fund the renovation of Gregory Hall. Renovations will include new multi-purpose classrooms constructed in spaces that are currently occupied by 2 smaller classrooms and an office. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, that was some kind of weekend. Sorry, Greg. Dang it.
No, I understand. It's well deserved for you guys.
Yeah, but
we
Buffalo got beat in overtime,
had a chance,
right? Yeah, Buffalo must be pretty good.
Well, and there were some time management issues at the very end of the first half. Should have gone for the field goal, just kind of petered away that time. We had the ball, got the ball back in the second half at kickoff. Nothing happened there either. There were some blown opportunities and a blown blocking assignment on that field goal completion by the Buffalo Bulls that won the game in overtime.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, Northern loses after their shocking win at Notre Dame, but there's still just one loss. Anyway, Illinois stuns 87,000 people.
Now ranked number 19.
Yeah, top 20 team. And
good for you guys.
We've got number 9 Penn State.
Yes.
And
where is that, by the way? Penn State?
Happy Valley.
107,000 people on homecoming night.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
6:30.
We're going to walk in there, but this is just the perfect setup from the standpoint of this is exactly how I want it. Nobody in America will pick Illinois, except maybe here in Champaign. Because we are 18-point underdogs?
Really? That much, huh?
Oh, wow.
Okay, Mr. Penn State, you're so great. They barely beat Bowling Green. Okay? I think we can compete. I really do. So we'll see. Anyway, fun. 4-0. Listen. 4-0, 2024. 4-0, 2011. 4-0, 1951.
Whoa. Talk about some gaps.
It's only a 60-year gap. That's all. Just a 60-year gap. I mean, that's amazing. Really
Go Illini.
All right, it is our meteorologist, Greg Solier, brought to you by Carl.
And Carl reminds you, if you're a man in your 50s and up, it's time to discuss the pros and cons of prostate cancer screening with your provider at Carl Health. You can learn more at carl.org.
All right, our meteorologist, Greg Solier, what you seeing here for our week, partner?
Well, as expected, we've talked about some of those models that were a little bit out of control and out in left field with some of the rainfall amounts that were to come through the area. And so far, so good. Even keeled, garden variety at about 1/4 to 2/3 that we picked up over the past weekend. More to come with probably another 1/4 to maybe 1/3 of an inch coming our way. And we see those radar returns nicely from St. Louis down to Carbondale. They're holding together. We may see a little lingering, or at least a pop-off shower threat later this morning. That'll rise this afternoon. And a third wave will come through the area overnight tonight. So, yeah, there ought to be at least another 1/2 inch across many to most locales. Not enough to completely wash out and stop harvest. A little bit of a setback, but maybe a little more moisture back in here for the weekend, but nothing impressive there. And should be back at it here for next week. So no need to worry or panic about harvest operations. Nice, mild September morn at 66 now over at the Vermilion County. Make that over at Willett and Savoy. 65 at the Vermilion County Airport. In Danville, 61 at Bloomington Normal. So, forecast for the day today, and yeah, that weekend stuff will actually be a little hybrid of the tropical system that'll come ashore, big moisture maker, and flooding rains for the areas of the Gulf Coast, southeastern states, and coming up into the Ohio Valley and Tennessee Valley late this week. A forecast time with a stray shower later this morning. Better odds for a couple of showers this afternoon at 73, down to 58 for tonight. Occasional showers, a couple of thunderstorms, and tomorrow morning some rain over parts of the area. 72 as the clouds stick around in the afternoon. We'll bottom out at 55 tomorrow night. Seasonal weather Wednesday and Thursday, partly sunny, both days mid-70s, and we'll hover in the mid to upper 70s Friday and into the weekend. Maybe a stray shower Friday, and maybe a couple of showers as well Saturday and Sunday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, into Monday, September 23, last full week of September. then you do have to buy your Halloween costume.
I know it, and the fall decorations are coming out, and
all that.
It's looking good. I mean, the first day of fall was yesterday.
Yep. All right, off we go. Illinois beats Nebraska. It's, 3 times in 75 years.
Really?
Remember when Mike White won all 10 Big Ten games? We went to the Rose Bowl in 1984.
I do.
83 team, 84 Rose Bowl. They lost the first game of the year. We were down in Missouri. We lost 28-18.
Okay.
But who remembers?
That's right.
So, it was, and then we won 10 straight. So we were 10-1 going to the Rose Bowl. So you think about teams, we've had good teams along the way, but apparently never gone 4-0. Ron Zook's final year before they fired him was 2011, and he went 6-0, and then they dropped 6 straight. I firmly believe Mike Thomas's mission was to fire Bruce Weber and Ron Zook for whatever reason.
Right.
And he got it done. Okay, so Illinois and Nebraska, it was 87,000 homecoming fans. Nebraska, now let's put this in context. Nebraska thought, we're back. We're ranked. We got a former NFL guy, former Baylor man, Matt Rule, very good coach. They got a quarterback that looks and acts like Patrick Mahomes, and he's very, very good. Very, very good. But to get the haircut, kind of like dressed like Barry Manilow to me. I don't know. Just me. He's a 5-star guy who got paid a lot of money to come to Nebraska. He had to. And I think he's very, very good. But we saved, Aaron Henry, the defense, saved the blitzes till the end of the game. And in overtime, the kid couldn't do anything because we were running after him. So we score the first touchdown in overtime. We're up 7, and then it's sack, I think. And it was like over. And all of a sudden you're going, again, a game you expect Illinois to lose, they didn't. Kansas, by the way, our value of that win kind of has gone by the wayside as Kansas has lost 3 straight football games. So whatever. At the time, they were ranked and we beat them.
Right.
And so Nebraska, we'll see what they do, but they got some tough teams coming up as well. But we are 4-0. We go to Penn State. Penn State, now let's put that in context. James Franklin's the coach of Penn State. I think he has to make the playoffs or he'll get fired. That's how they are at Penn State right now. What have you done for me? And they haven't reached the heights they've wanted, and so he has to finish in the top 12. So this will be a big game for James Franklin playing a hot Illinois team, being a 17.5, 18-point favorite. But it was extraordinarily enjoyable on Friday night for everybody that was watching the Fighting Illini just take them apart defensively.
I think my greatest moments ahead of me and in life are not because it's tonight. It's because of the failures and the disappointments of last year and throughout my college career, man, it's propelled me to where I am now. And so if you want to open your eyes and do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to keep on doing me and just keep putting one foot in front of the other and giving thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
That was Luke Altmaier of the game. By the way, how many quarterbacks in America today have 10 or more touchdown passes with 0 interceptions? That would be 1.
Okay.
Luke Altmaier is the only kid in the country that has 10 touchdown passes and no interceptions. That's how well he's playing. It was remarkable with the excitement. Here's the locker room with Brett Bielema getting in a mosh pit, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Up and down.
I love that scene.
You earned it. You kept sawing wood. You kept doing everything you're supposed to. All we did is made the next game bigger. This was all part of your ability to process, learn. Hey, thank you, man. That was awesome. Hey, gratitude. I appreciate the hell out of this room, man.
Unbelievable.
That's
Brett
great.
Bielema talking to his guys after the Illini win 31-24 in Lincoln, Nebraska, when not a lot of people thought we could do it. We were an 8-point underdog. Generally 8-point underdogs don't win on the road, but they did Friday. So there you have it, a quick synopsis. ESPN 93.5, 7:15. Some other sports, by the way.
Well, and I was on the way home from a wedding that I had DJ'd. Was listening intently, obviously, to Illinois and Nebraska, and then stopped off in the hometown Hicks Field and actually left with about a minute left thinking the Unity Rockets had beat Bellevue Althoff.
You didn't really think that.
I did.
Not in a 53-52 football game, because
I
whoever
wanted to beat the Rush 5 blocks home.
No, but whoever gets the ball last in those games wins. But 53-52, Unity loses to the number 1 team in 1A, Belleville Althoff, who had beaten an 8A football team a week prior. So this is a really quality team. The Rockets were at 52-45 with just a few minutes left.
Right.
They scored with 3 seconds.
It was less than a minute, for sure.
It's hard to get, real synopsis of what happens, because I don't know. The News Gazette doesn't have that anymore.
Right.
The weekend edition, although they came out with a special Illini edition, I think, Sunday.
Okay.
I don't know how they did that.
Huh.
But so as far as breaking down Unity and any high school team around here,
any high school team.
I don't know. Anyway, it was
Unity does have Central Catholic next week, and they Monticello came out on top 28-25 over them on Friday.
I think the Rockets will win the rest till the playoffs. I think. They're a really good team. They play well, and St. Joachim, of course, beat Unity, very close game. And here there's the number 1 team, and they're going to win the 1A championship for sure.
Colts over the Bears yesterday.
Yeah, I guess the Bears didn't play well. Okay. That's not allowed when you're on Q96.
I know it.
Yeah,
here we thought we were on a roll on some of the Bears stuff, but, not so much.
Yeah.
And speaking of not so much, Chicago White Sox have now tied the most losses with 120, so they'll surely break the record. We had the St. Louis Cardinals win 2-1. Here's your Redbird recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. The Cardinals are off in Denver today and will play the Rockies 3, and then at San Francisco 3 to close out the season. But yesterday, the Cardinals closed out the home season with a 2-1 victory over the Guardians and beat them 2 out of 3.
They pitched very well. Andre Palante, for the second straight day, was dominating. He's been really good of late. Helsley picked up the save. He now has 47. He's one off the Cardinals' record that was set by Trevor Rosenthal. And not a lot of hits in the game, but the Cardinals won a fun game at Busch in front of 39,000 plus.
The Cardinals scored the tying run on a fly ball that dropped in front of the right fielder beyond their second baseman, and then they scored the go-ahead and winning run on ball 4 in a wild pitch.
They scored in odd ways, but they found a way to win. They have really done well at one-run games.
In Game 1 of the series tomorrow night here in Denver, it's Michael McGreevy 2-0 against Ryan Feltner 3-10. We're on the air at 6:45 Central Time. The first pitch at 7:40 Central. The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
All right, we'll check weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you this morning by the Urbana Park District.
And they remind you, it's Take a Child Outside Week. Lots of great options at urbanaparks.org. And on Saturday, the 28th, Central Illinois Bat Festival.
We'll check his forecast coming up next.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Nice mild September morn at 66 now over at the Vermilion County. Make that over at Willett and Savoy. 65 at the Vermilion County Airport. In Danville, 61 at Bloomington Normal. So, forecast for the day today. And yeah, that weekend stuff will actually be a little hybrid of the tropical system that'll come ashore. Big moisture maker and flooding rains for the areas of the Gulf Coast, southeastern states, and coming up into the Ohio Valley and Tennessee Valley late this week. A forecast time with a stray shower later this morning. Better odds for a couple of showers this afternoon at 73, down to 58 for tonight. Occasional showers, a couple of thunderstorms, and tomorrow morning some rain over parts of the area. 72 as the clouds stick around in the afternoon. We'll bottom out at 55 tomorrow night. Seasonal weather Wednesday and Thursday, partly sunny. Both days mid-70s, and we'll hover in the mid to upper 70s Friday and into the weekend. Maybe a stray shower Friday, and maybe a couple of showers as well Saturday and Sunday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, we got some clips. I always have a lot of clips this morning. How would you handle high costs. I got Kamala Harris's answer and Donald Trump's answer.
Okay.
Stand by. Fox Business now at 7:20.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Southwest Airlines could be seeing more changes and has suggested it could involve staff cuts. Reuters says investment firm Elliott, which owns 10% of Southwest common shares, is still looking to replace CEO Robert Jordan. And Bloomberg says a video message to employees warns that Southwest will be making tough decisions soon, including about its flight routes and schedules, and that Chief Operating Officer Andrew Waterston apologized to those affected by it without offering specifics. General Motors is updating its Fairfax assembly plant in Kansas to add production of the new Chevy Bolt electric vehicle. As a result of the change, GM will lay off nearly 1,700 workers at the plant. About 250 jobs will be eliminated. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
It's almost here. Kelsey Furniture Warehouse Sale is coming Saturday, September 28th from 9 to 5. Hundreds of one-of-a-kind discontinued brand name items throughout the store and warehouse. Many items priced at or below dealer's cost. A large selection of dining rooms, living rooms, bedrooms, and bedding. Delivery service is available, but haul your own and save. Kelsey Furniture Warehouse Sale, Saturday, September 28th from 9 to 5. You don't want to miss this. Kelsey Furniture in beautiful downtown Tuscola.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Whether it's pro or college, the app to bet football is Circus Sports Illinois. Circus Sports, it's betting the way it should be. Circus Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, or in-game, Circus Sports has it. Fund and bet like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com.
Must be 21 or older. For Illinois Problem Gambling Services, please call 1-877-968-7848.
7:24. All our guests on the Tavern Store phone line. All the texts coming in on the Fisher National Bank text line at 217-359-2255.
Yeah, if you want to let us know what game you were watching and your reaction to it. Boy, it's been an exciting weekend in our Illini at number 19.
19 in the country, Jay Lehman Day.
Yes.
That'll be Mr. Lehman today.
After 3 o'clock, all the lights get brighter in here with all that energy.
No, it'll be fun. And we're 4-0. Remarkable start for the Fighting Illini. I think a lot of us thought we'd be about 2-2 right now. So now it's like, okay, now what? Again, nobody's picking us against Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just go play. It's kind of house money. If you're up a couple $100 at the casino, you're a little more relaxed.
Okay, yeah.
Because if you lose a little, well, it's just playing with their money now.
All right.
I think now that's kind of where we are. We got this game coming up. Then we're off a week. Then Purdue, you have to win that game. And you know how Purdue is against Illinois. It's ridiculous. They play the game of their life every time.
Right.
So we'll have our hands full with Purdue to be sure. And then it's Michigan.
Yes, and that's the 100th anniversary and
at
all
Oregon.
of that.
At Oregon's.
Ooh, what's Oregon at? Like number 7 now?
I think Oregon might be the best team of the Big Ten. Let's see Ohio State. Ohio State, I have a lot to say about that. We don't play Ohio State.
Number 3.
We don't play Ohio State this year. So it's 3 of the next 4 games are supposed to get beat soundly. Will we? I don't know.
You're right,
Maybe.
Stevie. I'm feeling good. We've got some momentum.
You just have to just one game at a time.
Yes, that's right.
All right, Kamala Harris speaking to Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
On that thing.
Oh yeah, that was like Wednesday or Thursday.
When you don't have a lot to say, you say a lot, but it doesn't really take you very many places. So anything issue related, how you bring down prices, what do you think about the Middle East? What would you do with Israel and Gaza?
Right.
You don't get that. You get this.
We love our country. I love our country. I know we all do. That's why everybody's here right now. We love our country. We take pride in the privilege of being American. And this is a moment where we can and must come together as Americans, understanding we have so much more in common than what separates us. Let's come together with the character that we are so proud of about who we are, which is we are an optimistic.
Okay, so what'd she say? Anybody? Anybody at all? What did she say?
Well,
I mean, it's a campaign on joy because it can't be a campaign on issues.
And she goes into this statement, and you're thinking, oh, something uplifting, and then I don't know, it just kind of drifts off.
I just don't. She does this all the time.
And I don't want to be critical because I've had those moments where it just doesn't come out right
all the time. Listen, I believe this. I believe this. I believe that she has. Okay.
You know, I was the first person to be a woman Attorney General of California. I was the first woman to be elected District Attorney of San Francisco. I was the first person of color to be elected Attorney General of California. Whatever. First. Welcome to the Role Model Club.
Welcome to the Role Model Club.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Being a part of the Role Model Club means being in a room where sometimes you may be the only person who has had the experiences you've had.
Nobody else has done what you've done. That's for sure. So I think what happens is once you have that mindset, which is obviously pretty solid of herself, you can curl up on a couch with a latte and put your feet up, put a blanket around your legs, and just pontificate. And I think people around you that are your staff will go, wow, that was deep. Whoa.
Right.
I think she gets accolades within her inner circle.
Well, sure. And those people are staying because the people that might have been critical might have, gotten a finger shaking and are gone from what I've heard behind the scenes with Kamala.
This is total speculation. I just think that she has heard that those are wonderful moments. Because I don't think you go out and mean to do that. But I think people are nodding their head and tears are coming to their eyes.
Right.
And so she believes she's unbelievable. And Oprah, I think, said, wow. And Oprah has to be going, what? I have to support her, okay? But this doesn't make any sense. Oprah Winfrey's very, very smart.
Oh, yeah.
So she has to know.
And I thought in that kind of, the girls talking, and this is a great girls' night out kind of scene with all the people around her. But there were some awkward moments, it appears. I need to watch that.
Tim Walz, he said over the weekend, we can't take 4 more years of this. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
It was Biden-Harris.
Yeah, we're coming
said
out of
we can't
your
do 4 more years. You're the guys in power, Tim.
Oops.
The debate with J.D. Vance is next Tuesday, October 1. It'll be the vice presidential, the only one.
Normally that has no
it doesn't really have any impact, but it'll be interesting to watch and seeing how you can say, well, why do you have your guys shoot people from their own porch with paintball guns? I would
during COVID.
It was either during COVID or the riots.
Oh,
you had to be in your house, but you're on your porch, and you hear a guy going, "Get inside!" Boom, 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 shooting with paintball guns.
Wow.
And they're going, "Ow!" I mean, just the idea of you have some drill sergeant yelling you to go from your porch on your property into your house or else.
Right.
That's creepy. News coming up. Got more clips. Stand by. 217-359-2255. You want to text us. 7:30 in Champaign-Urbana.
Hi, Ellen Hook here, owner of your local Ashley. I have a big announcement. The Champaign Ashley store is getting a fresh new look, and you're invited to the remodel sale. Right now, save up to 65% off furniture and accessories throughout the store, with hundreds of items in stock and ready to take home today. But that's not all. Join us outside under the carport every weekend in September and October for extra savings on select furniture. It's all happening at your local Ashley in Champaign at 602 West Anthony Drive. Hurry into Ashley because these deals won't last long.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A fundraiser for Vice President Harris in New York City is reported to have taken in $27 million, a record-setting event for that campaign. She tells the crowd and reporters later in D.C. former President Trump should debate her again.
There's more to talk about, and the voters of America deserve to hear the conversations that I think we should be having on substance, on issues, on policies. What's your plan? What's my plan?
Trump tells Fox it's too late for that.
Well, I've already done 2 debates, and they, were good. But to do a third one, everybody's voting now, and it's very late to be doing a third debate.
The third counting the one in June with President Biden before he dropped out of the race. Congressional leaders say there is now an agreement on a 3-month spending bill to prevent a partial government shutdown a week from tomorrow at the end of the fiscal year. The previous version fell apart. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. There's not much time before building service workers at the University of Illinois could start a strike. SEIU Local 73 said the union did not reach an agreement with the university after a meeting Friday. Union workers criticized the university for implementing civil service rules like requiring physical documentation for sick days and allowing unqualified workers to serve food. University of Illinois College of Media getting a multi-million-dollar gift to help renovate the college's main building. College announced that alumnus Frank Richard and his wife Leslie donated $2.5 million to help fund the renovation of Gregory Hall. Renovations will include new multi-purpose classrooms constructed in spaces that are currently occupied by 2 smaller classrooms and an office. Another central Illinois county has shown signs of West Nile virus. Logan County Department of Public Health said a dead crow found in Lincoln and submitted to the Department of Agriculture September 11, testing positive for West Nile. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Check your weather, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements, specializing in siding, windows, doors, roofing, outdoor living. Visit kramersiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. As expected, some weekend rainfall across the area, especially over the past 36 hours. A little more to come our way as well, with some harvest opportunities and a few spots still lingering for the middle part of the week. A little more unsettled weather, but not a complete wash for Friday and into the weekend, as the moisture pattern continues on, and ample harvest opportunities as well as we get just around and beyond the beginning part of October. For the day-to-day, cloudy, a couple of spotty showers around later this morning, more so this afternoon. An isolated thunderstorm as well, high to about 73. Occasional showers and thunderstorms early and again after midnight tonight, low down to 58. Light northeast wind. Clouds for the day tomorrow, some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning with a high to about 72. Northeast to north winds will turn northwest. Clouds break late tomorrow night, low down to 55. Partly sunny, 75 for the the day Wednesday, 76 on Thursday. Stray shower possible Friday, slightly better odds, but not a complete wash for the weekend with highs in the 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, Abby Dolchis, Greg Soldier.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, ESPN 93.5, 25 before 8 o'clock. I'm Stevie J. That's Diane Ducey. Here we are on Monday. This is the last full week. October is a week from tomorrow, otherwise known in business as the fourth quarter.
Yes.
And can all the homecomings in high school are pretty much done?
Some Champaign high schools were doing their homecoming over the weekend. It was a fun time this weekend.
Yeah.
And I hope you had a good time. Broadlands had a good showing, and that we had Dennis Riggs in to talk about the new straw bale rolling contest that they introduced. I happened to be there to see that. Totally fun.
Yeah, 3 people could push it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good for them.
And so that worked out well, and I appreciate everybody being out and about. Coming up this Saturday is when Restore has their pet building house building contest.
Raise the Wolf.
Raise the Wolf is coming up.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, that Audience of One, a call to praise and worship at the Virginia Theater.
45 churches taking part in that.
Totally free, starts at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the Virginia Theater, a beautiful place to go. And it's just something about coming together and worshiping.
Yeah.
I helped with a little bit of a Catholic retreat at St. Pat's in Urbana yesterday. And you can feel the Holy Spirit doing positive things in our lives. And we need that now, Stevie.
The country needs it. We all need it. There's no doubt. So Audience of One, Virginia Theater this Sunday evening at 6. Okay, 7:37. We've touched on a lot of things already. Of course, the Illini winning and going 4-0, now 19th in the nation, playing a number 9 team. We are 17.5-point underdogs, which I think kind of shocks me. We'll hear what Jay Lehman says later today.
Yes, after 3.
He'll be on from 3 to 4 with the boys and repeated 5 to 6. Everything we do is podcastable as well.
As you go to StevieJay.com, Luke Altmaier connecting with Pat Bryant there at the end of the game. I mean, I think Pat had 5 catches and 74 yards or something.
It was just, again, we didn't know what to expect. How good are we? All these other things. I think the defense is pretty darn good. And the offense, man, it was clicking. I was afraid we wouldn't be able to run the ball, but we ran the ball. And then, of course, it opened up the pass game. And Luke Altmaier, has been sensational. Well, he has his biggest test 3 of the next 4 football games when we play 3 top 10 teams, essentially. Michigan, Oregon coming up later in October, but the first is, of course, Penn State, then off a week, then Purdue. So we are happy. It's really kind of fun to have a bounce in your step when you got a football team, and then you start looking at other teams going, well, how are they ranked against us kind of thing? Because we're kind of we're a player as of 4 weeks in.
I know.
which is really fun. All right, here's the comparison side by side. You decide.
How are you going to bring down the cost of food and groceries?
Good. Very good. Thank you. So we have to start always with energy. Always. I don't want to be boring about it, but there's no bigger subject. It covers everything. If you make donuts, if you make cars, whatever you make, energy is a big deal, and we're going to get that. It's my ambition to get your energy bill within 12 months down 50%. If I can do that, you've done a hell of a job. 5-0, not 15, 50.
So that would be essentially $1.80 to $2 gas. That would have impact. There's no doubt.
Wow.
But
and I feel like when Trump was in office, it was at that.
It was, you had COVID at the end. It was hard to judge, but we certainly don't like, right now the price of gas is down. I wonder if this election, how do they do that?
It was just a hair under $3 in various places.
Well, Tuscola must have $2
Well, but there was like Urbana Walmart was at $2.99.
So somebody tells me, how does that work?
How does that work?
50 days from an election or 40 or whatever it is. Anyway, so they're not as bad as they were when they're touching $4.
I feel like right now it's around $3.19.
Yeah, something like that.
Interest rates are going to follow, and actually they're going to follow for another reason. The economy is now not good, and interest rates, you'll see they'll do the rate cut and all the political stuff tomorrow, I think. And, will he do a half a point? Will he do a quarter of a point? But the reason is because the economy is not good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it. But we're going to get interest rates down, and we got to work with our farmers. Our farmers are being decimated right now. They're being absolutely decimated. And, one of the reasons is we allow a lot of farm product into our country, and we're going to have to be a little bit like other countries. We're not going to allow so much we're going to let our farmers go to work.
We really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah, first of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is a story I hear around the country as I travel. And in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions for your family, and working hard and finding that the American dream is, for this generation and so many recently, far more elusive than it's been. And we need to deal with that.
We need to deal with that. So what did she say?
Well, and again, she came into the comment, which was about groceries. We all want our groceries to be lower. Thank you for sharing your story.
And I hear this a lot.
Right. Well, she didn't say.
She didn't say anything. I mean, you just have to say, okay, well, I think we do have to bring energy prices down. We do that by mining, fracking, oil and gas. We still pursue clean energy, but we have to get the cost down. That means we have to do our own thing. And it just doesn't make any sense. If you say, well, we're not going to do that, that's environmentally mean. And then you have China who doesn't give a whoop.
I know that.
And you got Venezuela and Iran. Who do you think treats the earth better? We or they?
Right.
Come on.
Well, and speaking of China, the wall stuff with China is weird.
I didn't see that.
Well, didn't he get married in China?
Oh, Walls. You're talking about Tim Walls.
Right.
They said the Wall of China or something.
No.
Tim Walls got married in China on the Tiananmen Square anniversary. I don't get that. But
right.
He took 30 different student groups to China, said, I'll never be treated better in my life, no matter how long I live. He likes China.
Well, I know China's rubbing their hands together saying,
I don't know.
Yippee, let's
we got the VP, man.
Right.
All right, the best thing on Gutfield last week was Donald Trump, and this story just is captivating. Here's Donald Trump on Gutfeld the other night.
During a recent event while campaigning for President Trump, he was asked what he thought about Trump as a person.
RFK.
And he shared this amazing story.
I've known President Trump for many years, and on 2 occasions I sued him. He was trying to build golf courses up in the New York City reservoir watershed, and I sued him successfully to stop that. And at one point, my wife, she wanted to go to Palm Beach for the weekend to see my mom over Easter, and I said, I didn't want to buy tickets for all the kids. And she said, what if I find a free ride? And I said, okay. Then she said, I found a free ride. And I said, who? And she said, Donald Trump. And I said, I'm suing him. And she said, he told me he knows you're suing him, but it's okay anyway. And we ended up flying down with him, and I had a great time. I still sued him, and
It's such an interesting story because you kind of separate the friendship from the legal stuff.
It's
funny. Like, yeah, you sue me, I get it, that's what you do.
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, you want to use my plane, fine. I mean, some people would not understand that.
No, I think I have been able to do that. Otherwise, I would have nobody to talk to at all.
That's classic. Otherwise, I would have no one to talk to.
Right.
Bobby, you can use my plane.
Right.
That's crazy. Hey, I knew he was suing me. Yeah, that's what they do. What do? I sue people.
Sure.
All right, it's quarter till ESPN 93.5. Check sports headlines.
Well, I was just looking at some NFL stuff since we've been talking so much about the Illini. We touched on Unity's loss to Bellevue Althoff 53-52 on Friday night. And with the Colts beating the Bears 21-16 and Green Bay over Tennessee 30-14, those are some local favorites I'm touching on. But I noticed that Skylar Thompson, the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, has a rib injury now.
Well, they already have.
Tua is already
right. Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I know Minnesota's undefeated, and so is the Pittsburgh Steelers with the Bear quarterback. They're undefeated. They're 3-0.
Was that Caleb Williams?
No, Caleb was the.
He's the one now.
Justin Fields.
Okay, so Justin Fields.
They're 3-0, of course.
Well, and sometimes that happens. It's just a better fit somewhere.
Listen, it's Kansas City or bust. It's Kansas City winning the third straight Super Bowl. They've just got to be favored because they got Patrick Mahomes. So,
but anyway, I know Kyle is a Miami fan, and he's got another thing now with Skylar Thompson and the rib injury is why I was bringing that up.
Yeah.
But we will have Jay Lehman today after 3, so make sure you're here on ESPN 93.5. Also touching on some baseball, St. Louis over Cleveland 2-1. Cubs beat the Washington Nationals 5-0. They've got a series starting up against Philadelphia with a 5:40 start, and San Diego swept the Chicago White Sox 4-2 was the final yesterday, so they are 36 and 120 on the season, a tie for the most losses of any season right now. Fighting Illini had some intermittent weather concerns and darkness and things like that when it comes to playing at Olympia Fields Golf Course. Our volleyball team split when they were in Nashville. Raina Terry with 5 aces on that. We're 8-2 on the season, and next up will be Friday at 5:30 against number 12 Oregon. So that brings you up to date with some of our Illini. Parkland's women's volleyball team is 23-1 on the season. They continue their winning ways. I was also looking at the AP poll with some of our Big Ten teams. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 8, Oregon. That's a team we'll be facing. Penn State at number 9 is up next. Saturday at 6:30 in Happy Valley.
And Michigan 12, and then I think Illinois 19, I think.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. And listen, we could lose the rest of our football games. I get it because we're still kind of gun shy about winning games you don't think you're going to win. But at some point, maybe Brett Bielema gets over the bump where we are now believing in, hey, we can win. But if you look at it this way, we're going to be underdogs against this week's opponent, Penn State, underdogs against Michigan, underdogs against Oregon. But we'll probably be favored after that the rest of the way. Favored.
That's right.
So, anyway, okay, it is 7:48.
Couple of Monday night football games. Jacksonville's at Buffalo and Washington at Cincinnati.
Yep. And good luck if you're just in these pools where you just pick winners. I don't know how to do that. I can't even pick who's going to win a football game. Forget point spread. Just pick the winner.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then fantasy, of course, that's going on. And I have several injuries. You know how that is.
Yeah.
All right. So the Department of Justice has released a letter from this attempted assassin in Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Was it Mar-a-Lago? It was Florida. And the thing says, "Dear world, this was an assassination attempt. I'm only sorry I couldn't finish the job. Now it's up to you." If you want to look up the DOJ letter from whatever the guy's name is.
Right. The one that was on the golf course.
Yeah. But he's now calling the world to finish the job. Wow. Okay.
Ruth had 6 cell phones and a couple of different license plates. I mean, he was trying to cover for this attempt. It's
yeah.
all right.
No,
so.
he was in the bushes for 12 hours. And he stuck the barrel out too far where a Secret Service agent
That's right.
saw it. It's unbelievable. Okay, so let's go back to the highlights. Tim Brando on whatever channel that was on. Can't remember, Fox? Yeah, he was making the play-by-play call on the TV.
Play fake, and he's going for it all there. Back shoulder throw, and it's caught by Bryant. Beautiful call off that play fake.
You can see it on display right now.
Again, getting around it quickly. A bust. It's open. It's Bryant. It's touchdown. Fagan in the backfield. Play fake to him, and it's a slant by Zachary Franklin on the receiving end, and he's out beyond the 35 to the 37. Altmaier under center. In the corner, it's caught. It's touchdown, Tanner Arkin. Well, it was his drive, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Malik Elsey's got man coverage at the top of the screen. Altmaier to the tight end. Just in. Big time touchdown. That is Brandon Henderson. Yes, Brandon Henderson, number 94, who came in for guess who? Tanner Arkin. In the eye.
It's overtime.
For the corner, it's Bryant. It's touchdown.
And then we just dominated the overtime defensively. I mean, Aaron Henry sent everybody blitzing, and it worked.
Yeah.
But that in Big 94, Brandon Henderson, he was the kid that kept reporting in to kind of poke the referees that they didn't do the check-in. 94 is reporting for 75. We heard that the whole Central Michigan game. And so here comes 94 in again. And the kid can't catch the ball, right? Heck, he can't.
Yeah.
His soft hands. And just ginormous. I mean, I think Brett Bielema said on ESPN National Radio over the weekend that Brandon and I have kind of the same body shape.
I see.
He's a big boy.
Uh-huh.
Both our coach and number 94. And apparently the kid was debating what number he should have. And he's thinking 99. And Brett said, you look like a 94.
Okay.
But he's huge. He caught a touchdown. How thrilling. And you heard the crowd, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was Nebraska's crowd.
I know.
And they thought they were back completely. They're definitely better, and they've got it going. I mean, they're not going to be, for a while there, we could beat them.
Right.
But now it's, they came into Champaign when we had walk-on running backs. We were all injured last year. They beat us 20-7. So this is one of those return games that you remember and say, we're going to try and get them back.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, fun with the Fighting Illini football team at 4-0 for only the third time in 75 years. So there's that.
Go Illini.
It is 7:51. Check Greg's weather. We will do that next. Don't go away.
As Tapman's Towing celebrates 50 years of serving Central Illinois, we're always seeking good people to serve our great customers. Our team of expert tow professionals would like to interview others with CDLs, previous tow experience, or a strong interest in serving others. If you enjoy serving people, love working in the outdoors, and looking for a career, not just a job, we should talk soon. Do you have a strong desire but lack the experience? We should still talk. Visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Solar companies are on the rise, here today and gone tomorrow. Rector Solar and Roofing family roots back 4 generations, living and working in Central Illinois, with the goal to take the confusion out of replacing a roof or adding solar panels to your home or business. With all the incentives and rebates now available, solar is more affordable than ever. Let a knowledgeable representative take the worry and guesswork out of solar and get a free quote. Discover the Rector Factor for solar. Call 217-281-7000 or visit rectorsolar.com.
Norm Miller here, chairman of Interstate Batteries. You know, without batteries, life would be pretty lifeless. That's why Interstate All Battery Centers carry them in every size, shape, and style so you can drive, drill, call, film, or do whatever it is you want to do. Stop in today. They've got the power to keep you going. Interstate All Battery Center. Outrageously dependable.
Interstate All Battery Center. You'll find them outrageously dependable just over Interstate 74 at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign, with batteries for most every application in stock.
Well, they're brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solutions for busy offices. If you want an evaluation, why not? It's free. 217-352-0428. And by Busey for over 150 years, member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. As expected, some garden variety rainfall amounts and coverages at 1/4 to 1/2 inch across the area. Radar showing a little more rain back to the west towards the Mississippi, coming up from the southwest. It'll be here later this morning and more so this afternoon, up to 73 with a light northeast wind. Temperatures having finally returned to more seasonal expectations. Down to a low tonight of about 58 with occasional showers and isolated thunderstorms early. Better Odds are again back in after midnight tonight. Tomorrow, considerable cloudiness. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm around in the morning. Highs up to 72. Clouds break down to 55 for tomorrow night. Partly sunny for the day Wednesday and Thursday. High temperatures there in the middle 70s. Then by late Friday into the weekend, upper air weather system will emerge with a little bit of tropical piece of energy coming up out of the deep in the south and southeast. And so at least a couple of showers can't be ruled out. Spotty chances for the day Friday at 75. Slightly better odds Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures there remain seasonal in the mid and upper 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne is home of the Sarah One Price Promise, delivering an honest and transparent buying experience. Hurry in or shop online at sarahchampagne.com.
Why use Lands Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry. From a basic sewer pipe repair to replacing a sewer main, installing a water line to installing a septic system, installing underground utilities for a new construction project to rehabilitating the old pipes under a school. Lands has the most versatile and experienced team in the industry. Residential, commercial, and industrial, when it comes to your underground pipes, think Lands Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Yeah, you got the DOJ letter there?
I do.
It said, "Dear world," right?
This was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I failed you. I tried my best to give it all the gumption I could muster. It is up to you now to finish the job, and I will offer $150,000 to whomever can complete the job. This note written by Ryan Wesley Ruth on Monday.
Now, obviously, if you are somewhat sane, you'll say, well, that's not happening because he's in jail.
Yeah.
So don't think you're going to the jail and collecting your money. But there are people mentally ill that are going, I got 150, the guy owes me money. So anyway, it's just, you got to hope and pray that everybody stays safe.
That's right.
But Donald Trump is being targeted, and we just... Okay, so Lauren Tate writes in the Gazette this morning, how rare is this? To be precise, in the past 72 football seasons, Illinois opened 4 consecutive football wins just once, doing so in 2011. It would have been incomprehensible back in my junior year in 1951. This is Lauren Tate. To imagine that a once-tied Big Ten champion would not be matched record-wise in my lifetime. Oh, my.
Let's keep it going for Lauren.
Yeah, it's...
Wow, 1951, he was a junior at the U of I.
I still feel kind of bad. I told a joke when I was in Pompeii doing a live broadcast. And I said, I see some... Pompeii is where the volcano hit. And,
yes.
Yeah. All these shells of people positioned how they were when the lava hit them.
Right.
Still have the shells of the people.
Wow.
And so I said, I see some graffiti on a wall in Pompeii. Lauren Tate was here. That's mean.
Okay.
That's kind of mean. So anyway, we are looking forward to 3:00 this afternoon with Lon Tate.
He likes kidding around, though. He's a big Cardinal fan.
Oh, yeah.
We're good.
Anyway, Lon Tate, Derek Piper, and Jay Lehman today. I mean, it's really fun when Jay's on. It's really fun when we're winning.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if Jay is all in on this football team. And with a daunting 4-week spread with one off week, we play 3 top 10 football teams. So there's that. And the team's probably going, all right, we get it. Nobody picks us. That's fine. But that's kind of a good chip to have on your shoulder.
Yep.
When you're a young football team like this, you got some belief going on. Nobody thinks you're going to win. You can post all the stuff you want in the locker room door saying nobody, 0 people pick us to win these games.
That's right.
0. Maybe in Champaign-Urbana.
Well, cool in the locker room, and Brett Billman thanked everybody for that. Was quite a win. That was quite a game.
Well, no offense, he's a big guy, and he was coming running at the bunch.
Yes,
and they're all big guys, but he was just running at them.
Yes,
and they're jumping up and down, just loving the moment, beating Nebraska. Yep.
You earned it. You kept sawing wood. You kept doing everything you're supposed to. All we did is made the next game bigger.
Yeah.
This was all part of your ability to process, learn. Hey, Thank you, man. That was awesome. Hey, gratitude. I appreciate the hell out of this room, man.
Yes, sir.
Seth Coleman, you got it, brother.
Hey, family on three. 1, 2, 3.
How about that? Fighting Illini 4-0. Wow.
I love it.
That's so fun.
Go Illini.
That's our team.
I know it.
Now, I would think, regardless of what happens Saturday, we'll have maybe a sellout for Purdue, October 12th.
Mm-hmm.
That's the next time we gather.
I know.
And then October 19th, needless to say, it's Michigan. It's Red Grange. It'll be 100 years and 1 day since we opened that stadium with Red running for 6 touchdowns.
That's right.
Wow, that's going to be the most electric football game we've had there maybe ever.
Next time at Pia's is October 18th, right
Okay.
before that big game.
All right, news coming up. We'll be right back. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
New evidence in the second Trump assassination attempt. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. We just got it from the Justice Department 8 days after the plan was thwarted at a golf course in Florida. And hours before Ryan Ruth, the suspect, goes back to federal court for a bond hearing. So far, he's only facing gun charges, but that could change soon.
The DOJ releases this letter from Ruth where he says, quote, this was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Now, this letter came from a civilian that contacted police after they say Ruth dropped off a box at their house several months prior to the attempt. After learning of the incident, the witness opened this box and found ammunition with the letter that also says he will offer $150,000 to whoever can, quote, complete the job if he failed.
That's Fox's Brooke Singman. Former President Trump has a lead in 3 toss-up states. In New York Times, Siena surveys just out today ahead of Vice President Harris in Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina. She has a 5-point lead nationally in an NBC poll. The Vice President held her biggest fundraiser yet, getting $27 million in New York. And talking to reporters at Joint Base Andrews, she challenged Trump.
Join me on the debate stage. Let's have another debate. There's more to talk about, and the voters of America deserve to hear.
The former president is not interested, telling Fox's Bill Malugin.
Well, I've already done 2 debates, and we're good.
He'll hold a campaign rally today in Pennsylvania. Israel keeps hitting Hezbollah targets in Lebanon with a barrage of airstrikes.
But residents further north in the capital Beirut have received Israeli evacuation warnings on their phones. A Lebanese minister calls it psychological war. Hezbollah launched around 150 rockets into Israel over the weekend in what it said was retaliation for Israeli attacks. Israel is trying to force Hezbollah away from border areas so that some 60,000 displaced residents can return home.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. That fighting against Hezbollah and Hamas. Big topic this week at the UN General Assembly. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, Donald Trump Jr. here. Central banks are buying gold at record amounts, and the trend is accelerating in 2024. They see the writing on the wall. The dollar is failing. Is gold the answer for you too? To find out, get a free info kit from Birch Gold Group by texting the word SHELTER to 989898. That's SHELTER to the number 989898 to get your free info kit from Birch Gold, the only gold company I trust right now.
Message and data rates may apply.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
We mentioned the UN General Assembly this week in New York City. President Biden's going to go there today. Tomorrow, he will address world leaders. Ukraine's president will also be at the UN to talk to world leaders Wednesday about the ongoing war with Russia. Then he'll go to Washington for talks with President Biden and Vice President Harris.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made a stop in Scranton to express his gratitude for their work producing one of his army's most critically needed munitions for their defense against Russian ground forces. The plant is one of the few in the U.S. to make the necessary 155-millimeter artillery shells and has ramped up production over the past year. Ukraine has already been given more than 3 million of them, and Zelensky had a message for the workers. We need more.
Fox is telling you, Jay Powers, the manhunt continues in Alabama for multiple gunmen in Saturday's shooting in Birmingham that left 4 people dead, more than a dozen others wounded.
Mayor Randall Woodfin says Saturday's deadly shooting that left more than 100 shell casings at the scene was not the first such shooting this year. He did say it, to him, is the result of lax laws that enable segments of his and other communities.
Riding around with semi-automatic weapons, automatic weapons, conversion switches, and everything else, whose only intent, hell-bent intent, is to harm people, shoot people, kill people.
Police called Saturday's shooting a paid hit that killed its target and others caught in the crossfire. Federal agencies are helping local police in the investigation. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, where the Dow starts the day at a record high, it could go even higher. Stock futures are rising. In the NFL, the defending champion Chiefs remain undefeated after Kansas City beat Atlanta last night 22-17. Green Bay, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Seattle also won to improve to 3-0 this season. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. 6 men facing a total of 64 child porn charges. It follows an investigation by Illinois State Police in Sangamon and Christian counties. The arrest began September 5th after an extensive investigation into 45-year-old Robert Retzloff of Taylorville. 5 others from Springfield were all charged as well. The investigation continues. Students at Clifton Central High walked out of class Friday. It follows the arrest of one of their teachers on child porn. Rhett Sorensen arrested Tuesday. It followed the investigation by Illinois State Police. While he teaches at a high school in Iroquois County, Sorensen lives in Paxton and was arrested at his home. He remains in the Ford County Jail pending a detention hearing. Another central Illinois county showing signs of West Nile virus. Logan County Department of Public Health said a dead crow found in Lincoln and submitted to the Illinois Department of Agriculture, testing positive for West Nile. This means 65 of 102 Illinois counties reporting West Nile virus activity. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, the last time we went to Penn State, let me remind you, people, the last time we went to Penn State, they were ranked 7th, and we beat them in 9 overtimes.
9 overtimes.
9 overtimes.
That's a college record.
Unbelievable. That was how many years? 3 years ago?
I'm looking it up now.
It was
all I need to do is type in 9 overtimes.
No, that's it. And I think it was
October 23rd, 2021.
Wow.
With Illinois and a 20-18 win.
What if they even had a crowd then because of COVID and all that stuff? I don't know.
You're right. We were just building back at that time.
Yeah, that was 9 overtimes. I think Isaiah Williams might have had the winner. Anyway, it was crazy. So 9 overtimes. That's after the second.
That's a lot of time spent at the 20-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it was. Yeah, after the second overtime you have to go for 2.
Right.
And the fact that we stayed tied like that was crazy. Mm. So anyway, it's I'm thinking there might not have been a crowd there, which obviously makes a difference. But anyway, it's going to be screaming 107,000. And now the team, I think, is thinking, let's go. I mean, right? Let's play it.
Yep.
We want these.
You want to run with the big dogs, you got to run with the big dogs.
That's exactly right. So we'll see just how good Penn State is. But the 17.5-point underdog kind of surprised me. I thought it'd be 10. 17.5 says we're not really close to Penn State.
Sometimes that changes as the week progresses.
I'll guess by the end of the week it'll be 16.
Okay.
That means people will be betting on the Illini. But it's still kind of they must think Penn State's a real dog this year. All right, let's check weather, brought to you this morning by Kurt Lenschow. He's at State Farm Insurance. Check him out for home, auto, life insurance, whatever insurance. Kurt's got it. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, Mr. Meteorologist Greg Solier, a little cooler perhaps. Cloudy skies is today. What are you seeing for our week?
And a little more rain, too. I know we're in early harvest mode, but boy, I tell you, needed the rain. Picked up anywhere between about a quarter and a half inch over the past weekend. And looks like we'll have another roughly half inch or so coming our way, give or take, kind of the dividing line of a half inch here, lesser to the north, and maybe close to another inch or so at the I-70 corridor. And that next round, that next batch is coming at us here nicely and holding together, running from about, as you get out towards and around the Springfield or just a little south of there, maybe down towards and around east of East St. Louis to about Salem, Illinois, and then it's trailing south into western parts of Kentucky, right around Paducah, and lifting northeastward. So, yeah, a couple of cracks at some rainfall. Pretty good range of temperatures across the Midwest. Readings are close to the 40-degree mark as you get out there towards Lincoln. This morning, 39 degrees there. Meanwhile, we're at 60 degrees even up at Chicago, 65 over the Brickyard, raining down towards St. Louis, a little thunder and lightning, and 63 degrees. So cooler this week, more seasonal temperatures and some rainfall, and again, opportunities to build back into the harvest mode here beginning next week for a short while, then better opportunities as we get deeper into October. Don't need to worry or panic about it. We'll get it done. So for the day today, cloudy skies, a couple of showers breaking out later this morning, and back in this afternoon too. 73, occasional showers, thunderstorms here early and late night tonight down to 58. Some rain tomorrow morning, clouds stick around at 72, but the sun peaks back in Wednesday and Thursday, mid-70s. Maybe a shower late Friday and a couple of showers over the weekend. Not a complete wash. Daytime temperatures in the upper 70s. Out in the Happy Valley, clear skies. A little bit of a northeast wind. They'll kick it off out there with temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solje.
Anybody see Hulk Hogan in town?
Yeah, I got some pictures from people who came because they heard us talking about it. This visit was at the county market, but there was a picture with his beer or whatever behind him that said Hulk Hogan. So if you were posting the picture, you would kind of know who that is.
Right.
Because we had talked about him being, 71 or something.
Yeah,
so
right. And
we didn't know if the young people would know or not.
19-year-olds know Hulk Hogan.
Exactly.
He was promoting his beer, and he was supposed to go to Cam's. And I don't know if he watched much of the football game, but if he's 71, chances are he didn't see the end. But I don't know. Maybe Hulk's still out there partying for all I know. I have no idea.
So I'm going to bring up a picture. My Cubs fan friend is Mark McDade. And let me just show you what that looks like. Because this...
Yeah, I saw that one.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah, Hulkster's still lifting. But he doesn't look super tall.
I know.
I thought wasn't Hulk 6'7" or something?
No. Okay, I'll look it up.
How tall?
I would say he's probably like 6'1" or 2.
What? Remember in Rocky? Of course, Sylvester Stallone's like 5'9".
Yeah, I don't think a lot of these actors that, we see.
Well, Tom Cruise is 5'7" or 8". Tom Cruise.
Right.
But all the camera angles and everything else, and then the people that co-star with him generally are taller.
Right.
Anyway, Hulk Hogan I thought was 6'6".
Oh, it's 6'7". You're right,
but
Stevie.
How tall is your friend?
Okay.
Now, because
obviously like 6'5" or so, it seems like.
Is he that tall, though?
I didn't think so.
Anyway, how tall is Hulk Hogan? Anybody?
About even. I just looked up Hulk Hogan, 6'7".
But how tall are you when you're 71? Because you're down a couple of inches.
True.
I mean, we shrink.
We do.
Humans shrink, so
dang it.
People that were 6'4", probably 6'3.5" or 6'2".
Right.
I mean, when you get older, you're slumped over. He's not slumped over, but he doesn't look 6'7".
Right.
But he used to be.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Sometimes maybe they were alligator elevator shoes or something.
Right. That's true, too. Or the inserts in your shoes and things like that was another trick they used to use back in the day.
Oh, yeah, because it's, I remember Humphrey Bogart, famously, the woman had to walk in a trench because she was taller, whoever that was. No, they have all these tricks, but...
There we go. His handler said he shrunk several inches with back surgery.
Right. No, I'm thinking... But still, if he's 6'4" or 5", still tall.
Yeah.
That's still a big man. I thought he was huge, though.
And again, if you want to interact with us, 359-2255. We love hearing when people are popping around and taking in some of these festivities over the weekend. That Friday night game with the Illini was something else.
Yeah, and again, don't play on Fridays very often. But that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get an extra day in preparedness for the Penn State the Lions on homecoming with 107,000.
Okay.
Sometimes they do the whiteout where everybody's in white shirts, and that's pretty remarkable. That's a lot of people. If we hold 60, they're at 107.
And you know how we are at our house when we were hosting Kansas and all the energy on that. And then when the offensive line for the other team is trying to make the play and we're really loud and all of that. But then when our defense comes up and there's something on the Jumbotron saying, be quiet.
Yeah. Right.
It's going to be like that in Happy Valley.
They're going to be out to get us for sure. So, but fun that we're even in this position. Again, Jay Lehman after 3 today. Don't want to miss. Jay Lehman, former All-American linebacker, University of Illinois, with Lonte and Derek Piper after 3 today. What's he say? What's he say about 4-0 and looking straight ahead at number 9, Penn State in Happy Valley?
Ranked number 19, Go Illini. When we look at the AP Top 25 college football poll, we have Ohio State at number 3, Oregon at 8, Penn State at 9, Michigan's number 12. It's going to be some tough opponents coming up here, Stevie.
Illinois, as the News Gazette points out this morning, Illinois is the only football team in the 18-team Big Ten now, the only football team to have 2 top 25 wins. Kansas and Nebraska.
I see.
Nobody else, with all their happy little faces and great records, nobody's beaten 2 top 25 teams but Illinois. So there you go.
Go Illini. Well, the Colts beat the Bears 21-16. You also had Green Bay over Tennessee 30-14 yesterday. For Monday Night Football tonight, it's Jacksonville at Buffalo at 6:30. Washington's at Cincinnati at 7:15. Always fun to watch the game. There's giveaways and great specials when you head to Pia's at 1609 West Springfield Avenue. And again, we'll head there on October 18th ahead of the October 19th game against Michigan and be handing out tickets right and left, so make sure you're a part of it.
Not right and left. Maybe right. Michigan's hot.
Yeah, okay.
We won't have quite as many to give away for the Michigan game, but we will have them to give away.
Okay, we have the Stevie J Broadcasting VIPs that already reserved some tickets.
We have some people, but there are definitely going to be given tickets out. I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Right and left doesn't matter. Right and left, but not right and left, left and right. Not quite as, because if it's Central Michigan, I got more than I do for Michigan. That's just kind of how it rolls. But we will have tickets for free, and this will be a sellout for sure.
Right.
That'll actually be a ticket that'll sell for way more than face value for that day. Because, listen, we wanted to be in the thing when we played Michigan. If you were like 1-5, the game wouldn't have been much. We're not going to be that. We're in the thing. We're in the like we're good, and that's fun. Yeah.
We have a few that are sharing stories about finishing up the job in that 9 overtime, stayed watching the game. It was so crowded. There were people there. They wouldn't leave. That game on October 23rd, 2021, when we were facing Penn State. Yeah, if you want to chime in at 359-2255.
Day game.
I want to say so too,
or
late afternoon or something.
It was light,
right?
I remember it vividly. It was Brandon Peters to Casey Washington.
That's right.
That was the game winner.
And Penn State's quarterback was Sean Clifford.
Yeah.
And it was just back and forth, tied at 18-18 in the 9th extra period. The Illinois defense broke up a pass from Penn State quarterback Sean Clifford, and then they had that 2-point conversion to win.
Man,
wow.
Crazy.
And it'll be a great contest coming up at 6:30 on Saturday in Happy Valley. Baseball-wise, St. Louis over Cleveland 2-1. Cubs over Washington 5-0. Starting up a series at 5:40 against Philadelphia with Nate Pearson on the mound for the Chicago Cubs. You'll hear that action over on US 105.9. And San Diego over the Chicago White Sox 4-2. Now they are tied for the worst record of the season.
Well, Busey wants to remind you that coming up is October, a week from tomorrow, and that's National Preparedness Month, a month dedicated to the awareness of and preparation for emergencies that can happen anywhere at any time. So what you need to try and do is squirt away some money. Have some emergency savings account that only is for emergencies. To open a new account, you reach out to your local Busey branch or use the new online account opening option through Busey.com. And you can have an account that's just for emergencies, and it'll be tucked away. You'll forget about it, but it'll be there when you need it. Have access to important documents to start the recovery process quickly and efficiently. Secure property, homeowners, or renters' health, life insurance if you don't already have them. And review your policy to make sure the amounts and types of coverage you have meet the requirements for all possible hazards. With more than 155 years of strength and service, Busey knows the importance of a lasting promise. Wherever the road of life takes you, Busey is with you every step of the way. For more information about financial preparedness, you can go to Busey.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lenders.
Several buildings on the University of Illinois campus experienced a power outage last night, and representatives from Ameren say around 1,800 people did not have power. The outage began around 5:30. A downed electrical wire was the cause. Power was restored around 8 o'clock. So that was a trending story recently.
All right, let's check your weather. Meteorologist Greg Solier now with our very latest across East Central Illinois.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Benton vicinity, as expected. Some weekend rainfall across the area, especially over the past 36 hours. A little more to come our way as well, with some harvest opportunities in a few spots still lingering for the middle part of the week. A little more unsettled weather, but not a complete wash for Friday and into the weekend, as the moisture pattern continues on, and ample harvest opportunities as well as we get just around and beyond the beginning part of October. For the day-to-day, cloudy, a couple of spotty showers around later this morning, more so this afternoon. An isolated thunderstorm as well, high to about 73. Occasional showers and thunderstorms early and again after midnight tonight, low down to 58. Light northeast wind. Clouds for the day tomorrow, some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning with a high to about 72. Northeast to north winds will turn northwest. Clouds break late tomorrow night, low down to 55. Partly sunny, 75 for the day Wednesday, 76 on Thursday. Stray shower possible Friday, slightly better odds, but not a complete wash for the weekend with highs in the 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Yep, and the Cardinals will have some thinking to do after the season ends this week. Same for the Cubs, and the White Sox might set the all-time loss record. They're tied with it now. So if the Sox lose another game here this week, and they will, they'll have that distinction of being the losingest, I guess, baseball team in the history of baseball for 1 year. Yikes. All right, 8:20. Check your Fox Business Minute. Be right back.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari says the 0.5% interest rate cut by the Fed was the right decision. Kashkari previously was in favor of keeping interest rates higher for longer, then in August suggested a smaller rate cut was appropriate. He says the balance of risk has shifted away from higher inflation and toward the risk of a further weakening of the labor market. Two chip-making giants, Taiwan Semiconductor and Samsung, are considering building mega factories in the Middle East. The Wall Street Journal says the factory complexes planned for the United Arab Emirates could transform the industry. The discussions are a sign of TSMC and Samsung's need to expand production and the UAE's growing tech ambitions. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
It's time to take the quiz. 5 questions, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week.
History, pop culture, science, sports, civics. How much do you know? Let's find out.
Who was the first person to walk on the moon?
Jackson or something?
Neil Armstrong.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox and then listen to the quiz podcast to find out how you did.
Play, share, and of course listen to the quiz right now at thequiz.fox.
Hey Illinois, get the ultimate winning combo with Circa Sports and Rosati's Pizza. Download and fund the Circa Sports Illinois app with just $20 and you'll score a free pizza. Bet big and taste the win with Circa Sports and Rosati's. It's sports betting the way it should be. Visit circasports.com/Rosati's. Must be 21 or older. Exclusions may apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Eric Bowen with Provident Financial Group. We are honored to be celebrating 15 years of service and want to thank all of our amazing clients for their confidence and trust. We look forward to meeting the needs of current and future clients in the years to come. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
8:23. Rachel Voss. Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing so well. How are you doing?
Champaign County Habitat for Humanity raised the roof coming up this week. It's here already.
I know it.
And a whole bunch of teams are going to build the best doggy house ever, right?
Absolutely. Well, 19 of them this year.
And you kind of just do pet houses, even bird houses involved in this. Describe this scene, Rachel.
Absolutely. So we have, like I said, we'll have 19 teams out here at the Champaign County Restore parking lot at 1914 Glen Park Drive here in Champaign. And it's just a bunch of community teams coming out to build various dog houses, but we'll also have bird houses for anybody to come and build your own bird house. And you can go through and check out all the teams as they're building. And then all the dog houses will be available for purchase at the Restore starting October 1st.
You know, Stevie, you talk about the coconut bird houses
Yeah.
and how you'd like to
Yeah.
be on the beach. This is your opportunity to get a coconut and try your hand at that.
We're in the Bahamas,
after
Rachel,
9.
and I saw a guy in bare feet in the shade, palm tree, making coconut bird houses. I said, "What's wrong with that job?"
Exactly.
Come on, man. Feet in the sand.
But he wasn't under any time constraints like these people.
No,
and these
right.
businesses get pretty competitive. You've seen this before, huh, Rachel?
Yes, it is definitely a competition, and we have 2 categories. We have our young pups, where we designed a indoor dog house this year. It's really just like a TV stand piece of furniture. So whereas people who are not as experienced in carpentry can do that, but then we have our old dogs category, where there's a lot of construction companies, and they plan for it all year round, and they have their plans starting in January.
And
So.
see, with my family being at Deuce Construction and my brothers and all that, I mean, they worked with a lot of these folks, and I think Brian Russo's in on this, aren't they?
This year they're going to take the year off, but they are one of our sponsors.
Yeah, that would just be intimidating,
Right.
because Deuce Construction built some sort of concrete structure.
It could be.
I mean, it could be, and then of course Brian Russo. Come on, man, that would be awesome. See, I'd want them on my team, then pretend that I did it. That'd probably be what I do. So yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
It gets pretty advanced. Some of them, will have a fan or something for the dog. I mean, they just think of taking it up a notch so that they can win.
Yes, like the log cabin last year. Berglund Construction did a log cabin, and they're back this year. We'll see what they'll come up with this year.
Okay, very good.
All right, how can people find out more? Maybe come and watch. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, all of our information is on our website at cuhabitat.org. It's this Saturday, September 28th. It starts at 9 a.m. Judging starts at 2, and awards will be announced at 2:30. Everyone is welcome to come to the Restore that day and check it out.
And Dave's Dogs, of course. You got some hot dogs for people in the parking lot if they want to have lunch out there and just get around it. Do we get an opportunity to bid or take some of these creations home, Rachel?
They will be available for purchase at the Restore starting Tuesday, October 1st.
Very good.
Hey, hope it goes well, Rachel. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Raise the Woof. And again, if you need more details or would like to donate, it's all coming up on Saturday after 9 a.m. And you can learn more at cuhabitat.org.
Yeah, I think our dogs would go, "Hi, that's beautiful. What's that for?"
People don't really use dog houses much these days.
Yeah, they'd be saying, "Oh, is that where you're staying?"
I saw one for free on the curb, and it was big, and it was hard to get in my van. And then that's how Mike was like, "Diane, our dog is not going to go in that thing."
Your dog's going to say, "Is that where you're sleeping tonight?"
I know.
Because I sleep in bed.
It was a big one, too.
Yeah, well, that's fine, because they ain't going in.
I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. Of course, when it's raining, I just let the dog in. Olive's not going to go in there.
No, most dogs are so domesticated now.
Right. I could see if it was a farm dog and you had that as kind of a...
Yeah, believe it or not.
Even that is rare anymore.
Some people actually treat dogs like dogs, but not part of the family.
Exactly.
But probably be more likely on a farm. Because they've gotten to the point now where it's a big part of your family and nobody's going to sleep in it. Not these days. And plus, the dog isn't going anywhere. Janet's not going. So we're,
Yep.
So they're going to sleep. Yeah. It's so amazing how.
That's the chapter we're in. But still, a fun competition coming up on Saturday the 28th.
Hope it goes well. All right, another half hour of the program to go. It's 217-359-2255. You want to chime in on the Fisher National Bank text line and all of our phone guests on the Tapman's Towing phone line. Okay, break for this. Coming back with the latest Fox News. We get Greg's weather and Jim's news all coming up. ESPN 93.5. It's Monday. Week from tomorrow is the 10th month of the year.
Wow.
Wow is right. 8:28. It's almost here. Kelsey Furniture Warehouse Sale is coming Saturday, September 28th from 9 to 5. Hundreds of one-of-a-kind discontinued brand name items throughout the store and warehouse. many items priced at or below dealer's cost. A large selection of dining rooms, living rooms, bedrooms, and bedding. Delivery service is available, but haul your own and save. Kelsey Furniture Warehouse Sale, Saturday, September 28th from 9 to 5. You don't want to miss this. Kelsey Furniture in beautiful downtown Tuscola.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Airlig Plumbing Solutions. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com.
As Tapman's Towing celebrates 50 years of serving Central Illinois, we're always seeking good people to serve our great customers. Our team of expert tow professionals would like to interview others with CDLs, previous tow experience, or a strong interest in serving others. If you enjoy serving people, love working in the outdoors, and looking for a career, not just a job, we should talk soon. Do you have a strong desire but lack the experience? We should still talk. Visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The man accused of planning to kill former President Trump on a golf course in Florida has a bail hearing in federal court this morning. Investigators say he'd written a note about his intentions months ago.
Ryan Ruth appeared in court last week on 2 gun-related charges, one for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and 1 count of possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number. The 2 together already carry a possible 20-year prison sentence, but additional charges are possible.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. There are new polls in the presidential race encouraging for both candidates.
A new national NBC News poll over the weekend shows Vice President Kamala Harris leading former President Trump 49 to 44%. But a New York Times Siena College poll this morning shows former President Trump leading 50 to 45% in Arizona, 49 to 45% in Georgia, and 49 to 47% in North Carolina.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Another central Illinois county has shown signs of West Nile virus. Logan County Department of Public Health said a dead crow found in Lincoln and submitted to the Department of Agriculture September 11, testing positive for West Nile. There's not much time before building service workers at the University of Illinois could start a strike. SEIU Local 73 said the union did not reach an agreement with the university after a meeting Friday. Union workers criticized the university for implementing civil service rules like requiring physical documentation for sick days and allowing unqualified workers to serve food. University of Illinois College of Media getting a multi-million-dollar gift to help renovate the college's main building. College announced that alumnus Frank Richard and his wife Leslie donated $2.5 million to help fund the renovation of Gregory Hall. Renovations will include new multi-purpose classrooms constructed in spaces that are currently occupied by 2 smaller classrooms and an office. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and Vicinity. As expected, some garden variety rainfall amounts and coverages at 1/4 to 1/2 inch across the area. Radar showing a little more rain back to the west towards the Mississippi, coming up from the southwest. It'll be here later this morning and more so this afternoon, up to 73 with a light northeast wind. Temperatures having finally returned to more seasonal expectations. Down to a low tonight of about 58 with occasional showers and isolated thunderstorms early. Better odds are again back in after midnight tonight. Tomorrow, considerable cloudiness, showers showers, maybe a thunderstorm around in the morning. Highs up to 72. Clouds break down to 55 for tomorrow night. Partly sunny for the day Wednesday and Thursday. High temperatures there in the middle 70s. Then by late Friday into the weekend, upper air weather system will emerge with a little bit of tropical piece of energy coming up out of the deep in the south and southeast. And so at least a couple of showers can't be ruled out. Spotty chances for the day Friday at 75. Slightly better odds Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures there remain seasonal in the mid and upper 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Yeah, we were talking about it Friday. The woman who got hit on the tail end at the tracks between Philo and Tolono and Route 45.
900 North is the road, and a 40-year-old woman from Philo in her 2014 Dodge Charger was hit from behind. It was one of those situations where you want to get past the tracks, and then there's this little space between Route 45 and the tracks that you're waiting for the,
Well, there's not much room there going on
I
45.
know,
So
and that's what happened.
Well, so she saw it coming, but the arms hadn't come down.
And then she went past the tracks.
No place to go.
Right.
And for whatever reason, the person going right couldn't go right. Because you go anywhere at that point, but you're going to have to, either hit the car in front of you. But the trains are so massive now, they hang over the tracks.
By as much as 4 feet on each side.
And
there's an overhang.
And the arm on the opposite side of where the traffic is going, it's always blank. You kind of weave around arms if you do that.
And she didn't weave around. She said the train's coming. The gate hasn't closed.
Right.
Or whatever the situation
she got through.
was.
There wasn't any place to go. Yeah.
It was the back end of her car that was hanging over that area.
So if you get in a spot like that, then you go in the other lane where cars would turn to come in. You'd go in that other lane or do something, I guess, because you can't just guess that thing.
Justin Harmon, our sheriff, it's really important if you don't think you have enough room to stay behind the railroad tracks just in case something like this could happen. That may seem a little inconvenient because when the train comes, you want to get past there and then wait. But in this incident this morning where somebody wasn't forward, they thought they were, and they end up getting hit by the train. You don't want that to happen either. She was taken to the hospital, but no obvious injuries, and was the only one in the car. So it was just damage to her car, essentially, in this train versus car accident.
Well, again,
Friday morning.
Thankfully, she's okay.
Right.
Okay, so Kamala will skip the Al Smith dinner. This is a traditional, before the election, Republican Democratic candidate for president, big Catholic event.
Oh.
And so it's a big old banquet. Donald Trump was there with Hillary Clinton 2016. And Donald Trump said from the dais, he said, well, I mean, it's great to get together with everybody tonight. And I just wanted you to know, Hillary bumped me on the way in and then said, pardon me. And Hillary just laughed where she almost fell over. Like, pardon me when you're president, pardon me so I don't have to go to jail kind of thing.
Oh.
And so that kind of stuff goes on. And so she's not even coming. Not even coming. Again, they're afraid of what she'll say. Just everything can be scripted at that point. You can have a teleprompter. But that's kind of shocking.
We're kind of used to that because that's where we were with Joe Biden, even to the point where he said pause that was in parentheses.
Well, but did you see him over the weekend? He's there with a very small group of dignitaries, and he said, thank you all for coming. Who's next? Who's next? Oh, wow. And then everybody went to the Kamala campaign, Joe, so you don't have quite the organizational going thing. Yeah. So somebody then said, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the prime minister, I mean, they jumped on a microphone and said that, but it was right in front of him. I mean, but he shouted out, who's next? Goodness.
Well, I mean,
then Jill ran the cabinet meeting.
I've had a dementia chapter in my life, and that is ugly at times.
But did Jill Biden run the cabinet meeting? That's what it looked like the other day. She's there at the cabinet. He turned it over to her.
Okay.
Is she the one that's been running everything? Maybe.
Well, and there's been a few texts coming in to 359-2255. Well, when we were, talking about the train versus car, Mike said, thank you, Captain Obvious, or something like that.
Yeah.
But we had a comment about, she also said they would also come into your house in California and make sure you had your gun stored properly.
Using properly. And she said that with Gavin Newsom by her side. Said, just because you're a law-abiding citizen who owns a gun doesn't mean we come into your house, make sure you're using it safely. Really? That's Kamala Harris, folks. So no matter what she's saying now, I believe all the things she said in her entire career. Bill Maher, famous liberal on HBO.
And as a former prosecutor, Kamala was putting criminals in jail back before liberals decided that was a bad thing. That CVS is locking the shaving cream behind plexiglass. Democrats are coming around to her again. Harris would be the first woman president, first black woman president, and first Asian president. But I don't vote for who will be the first. I vote for who will win. And for whatever reason, Harris has never been popular. You can count the number of delegates she won in the 2020 primaries on one hand, as long as that hand has no fingers. In 3 years as vice president, she's been quieter than an electric car. And like an electric car, your MAGA uncle can't explain why she fills him with homicidal rage. She just does. Sometimes life isn't fair. It's not fair that she's not popular. She's intelligent and accomplished, and in fact was put in charge of the border. And look at how... Okay, bad example.
That's Bill Maher. That's a, when you lose Bill Maher, listen, she needs to come out. She needs to talk to the press as long as they want to talk to her, and then she needs to do that 3 more times. That's the only thing that'll get her the respect and the fact that we believe she could handle this.
I mean, I thought she was kicking around another debate.
Well, I think she'd be fine doing that. But it depends on, would she do it on Fox?
Right.
I would do it
Who's the friendly?
Well, it's got to be something that at least deemed fairer than it was on ABC.
Right, because of the 2 hosts and Kamala, it was really 3 against 1 in that room.
Yeah, and I think
Trump.
everybody saw that. And so where would Donald Trump get a fair fight? Where would he have a fair debate? I would think Fox, but I don't think they'd ever agree to Fox. So.
It's too bad our journalism is in that state where it's so biased.
Yep. It really, really is. If you have
it used to be just the facts, who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Well, if you have 89% positive feedback on all network stories for Kamala and 94% negative feedback of Donald Trump, of stories reported, negative versus positive, it's just unbelievably one-sided. But yet Trump is right there with all the polling, if you believe polling. But that's probably the worst thing about everything is our lack of trust in the whole thing, whether it'll be properly counted, all these things that people call conspiracies now. You could have a great voting system that would be infallible just about, but we just don't have the desire, I guess, as a nation to do that because we could make it a lot better. And, in fact, why in the world? They're trying to keep the government open. It's supposed to close here very soon, like October 1, and nobody wants a closed government right before the election. That would be bad. So the Republicans had to acquiesce on one simple thing they wanted to ask voters. Are you a legal citizen? And now that can't happen. The Democrats did not want that in there. And a few Republicans. Why wouldn't you want to know if this person voting is a legal citizen? Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
You can't be somebody who is not a member of America and has gone through the proper procedures to be an American. They can't vote. Why is that controversial? That's crazy. So all of that. Okay, one other thing. The Reds...
while we're on that topic, though, Champaign County GOP, Saturday, October 5th, has that fall festival, and we had Dr. Sue Mantell talking about that. It's happening on a farm in Sydney between 11 and 3, and it's totally free entry, free food and drinks, and they're even giving gift cards to families who are deserving, who need to win some free groceries in this chapter of life. So that's champaign.gop/fall_festival_2024.
So the Cincinnati Reds fired their manager, David Bell, last night. And we don't know what that means. Everybody in the Cincinnati Reds organization doesn't know what that means. My son-in-law, Jacob Hurtubise, plays for the Reds and just finished his season in AAA yesterday and is looking forward to a little downtime. When you play that many ball games, you're really tired by the end of the year, 7 full months of baseball.
David Bell, there 6 seasons.
Yep, and I thought he was just decimated by injury this year. I mean, he lost so many players this year. I thought he'd get another chance. But the announcement was made. Now, who's going to be the next baseball manager? It's going to be a little more important to our family because we don't know what's happening. And everybody, again, on that team doesn't know what's happening.
But 5 games left to go.
I don't know why they did it before the season. Unless they got their eye on somebody they need to move on.
Right.
I don't know.
Right now it's 76-81 record.
But you hear
the
those
4th place standing.
You hear those stories and you just go, okay, another guy got fired. And now it's a little more personal because I got to meet David Bell, talk to David Bell, and it's kind of the whole part of what happens to Jacob in this. There's all these, but every player that loses a manager has the same feeling. Okay, 8:43. Check your sports coming up.
If you're in the market for a new car battery, you could go to one of those big box stores, except there's no guarantee you'll be served by an actual car expert.
Clean up in aisle 3.
You could pick a battery off the shelf, except it might be close to expiring. Or you could just come into Interstate. Don't make a big box store blunder. With competitive prices and a more personal, reliable approach, Interstate Batteries is the clear-cut choice if you want to guarantee yourself a new and trustworthy car battery. They're open and ready to serve you at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign.
Does your bank keep rewards just out of reach? Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. While some banks save their reward programs for a select few, here at Fisher National, we offer free rewards checking to all of our customers. We are trying to reward you for the things you do every day. Simply make 12 debit card purchases, receive a statement electronically, and have at least one direct deposit in a monthly cycle. It's as easy as that. Rewards checking includes excellent 2.0 annual percentage yield for balances up to $20,000 and ATM refunds up to $20. Oh, and no minimum balance is required. Free rewards checking from Fisher National Bank. Rewards within reach and service beyond. See monthly requirements at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today. Our team looks forward to serving you.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
All right, 8:45. Jay Lehman today after 3.
Yeah.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Illinois with that Friday night overtime win, 31-24 over Nebraska. Now we've hopped up to position number 19 and getting ready for number 9, the Nittany Lions of Penn State, who are also 3-0. And the game is Saturday night at 6:30. A big homecoming crowd in Happy Valley. 107,000 fans.
Homecoming.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Go Illini. We
go.
can do this. Again, Jay Lehman after 3. Always fun to have his take on it all. And when it comes to Illinois volleyball, now 8-2 on the season. We split in Nashville for that tournament. I know the Fighting Illini Invitational at Olympia Fields had some darkness, so things were kind of bumped. And then the next, hosted by Northwestern, will be playing at the end of September on the 29th and 30th in Lake Forest. So that continues. Illinois volleyball at 23-1 on this season as they continue their winning ways. We had St. Louis Cardinals winning over Cleveland 2-1. We did get the Redbird recap in, didn't we?
Yep.
Thank you. Usually we play it a few times when the Cardinals win, Stevie.
Well, they're all eliminated now, so
okay.
It's just a matter of...
It's no more fun anymore.
No,
But we're seeing if the Cubs or the Cardinals will finish with the best record, right?
Well, the Cubs are a game ahead of the Cardinals for second place, about 10 miles away from Milwaukee, but whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
After beating Washington 5-0 yesterday at Philadelphia, a 5:40 start. As we say, go Cubs over on US 105.9. San Diego over the Chicago White Sox. The Padres swept the White Sox. The final yesterday, 4-2. 36-120 on the season for the White Sox. They tie for the worst record of any season. So they'll probably break that record, right?
Yep.
And we had the Connecticut Sun over the Indy Fever yesterday in WNBA postseason action. Asia Wilson, MVP. Caitlin Clark, Rookie of the Year. We'll have NFL action tonight with Jacksonville at Buffalo at 6:30 and Washington's at Cincinnati at 7:15. Over the weekend, you might have heard the action with the Colts beating the Bears 21-16 on Q96.
Okay, here's hoping Shad Khan's team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, play better tonight because they have looked awful. I mean, really bad, the first two. They're at Buffalo. They're not going to win. Oh, then I'm saying, like, how do I know? I have no clue who's going to win these games. So I guess it would follow perfect in sync with the season so far is that Jacksonville goes and beats Buffalo tonight. That'd be shocking, but I'm telling you what, Carolina wins with Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle. They took out their Bryce Young, top pick 2 years ago, benched him for, how old is Andy Dalton, 35, 40?
Right.
Threw 3 touchdown passes, Carolina wins?
Huh.
You never know. Here's hoping, though. Rooting for the Jaguars.
Hi, Ellen Hook here, owner of your local Ashley. I have a big announcement. The Champaign Ashley store is getting a fresh new look, and you're invited to the remodel sale. Right now, save up to 65% off furniture and accessories throughout the store, with hundreds of items in stock and ready to take home today. But that's not all. Join us outside under the carport every weekend in September and October for extra savings on select furniture. It's all happening at your local Ashley in Champaign at 602 West Anthony Drive. Hurry into Ashley because these deals won't last long.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouthwatering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. As expected, some garden variety rainfall amounts and coverages at 1/4 to 1/2 inch across the area. Radar showing a little more rain back to the west towards the Mississippi, coming up from the southwest. It'll be here later this morning and more so this afternoon, up to 73 with a light northeast wind. Temperatures having finally returned to more seasonal expectations. Down to a low tonight of about 58 with occasional showers and isolated thunderstorms early. Better odds are again back in after midnight tonight. Tomorrow, considerable cloudiness, showers, maybe a thunderstorm around in the morning. Highs up to 72. Clouds break down to 55 for tomorrow night. Partly sunny for the day Wednesday and Thursday. High temperatures there in the middle 70s. Then by late Friday into the weekend, upper air weather system will emerge with a little bit of tropical piece of energy coming up out of the deep in the south and southeast. And so at least a couple of showers can't be ruled out. Spotty chances for the day Friday at 75. Slightly better odds Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures there remain seasonal in the mid and upper 70s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club.
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and...
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Rieken, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Golden Nugget Casino is your winning destination for fun and fortune. Since our grand opening, we paid out over $23 million in jackpots to more than 10,000 winners. In July, more than 800 guests won jackpots totaling over $2 million. Golden Nugget Casino, the best place to win. Located just off I-74 at the Illinois-Indiana border in Danville. Not valid for any participant of the Illinois Gaming Board statewide voluntary self-exclusion program. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, we are done for the day, but we shall return tomorrow, God willing, to be back with you between 7 and 9 tomorrow. Don't forget, Jay Lehman is on with Lonte and Derek Piper. I'm pumping it heavily this morning because of, well, when Jay Lehman's fired up, you can be 0-4 and he'll still have energy. Mm-hmm. When you're 4-0 for the third time in 75 years, well, he's probably going to have extra energy.
Excellent.
So if you're looking for extra boost here today, what's he think about the upcoming 4 weeks? One of them is an off week. The other 3 were top 10 football team. I'm counting Michigan as a top 10. They're number 12 now.
Yeah, that's right.
But you got an 8 and a 9. Oregon's 8. Penn State's 9.
That's right.
Is pretty daunting. How are we going to handle it? Are we ready for this?
Right.
Because there are going to be a lot of eyeballs on Illinois with a 19th ranked and a 9th ranked. That's you just go back all you want all day long and see if it's ever happened where we're top 20 and Penn State's a top 20. They're top 20 a lot, but not us. So to have us top 20 and them top 10.
Right.
I mean, this is just probably one of the best games. I mean, Georgia, Alabama will garner all the attention because that's a biggie. Georgia goes to Tuscaloosa. That'll be part of the national game of the year. But we're going to be right there in the top 5.
Right.
Top 5 matchups will be Illinois.
And there will be reminiscing about the October 23rd, 2021 game when we had 9 overtimes and came out on top 20-18.
We'll meet you tomorrow.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thanks for listening. Meet you in the morning. Have a great Monday.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Looking for the best deal on your next vehicle? Visit Sarah Champagne, where your dream car awaits. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, they've got it all. Their unbeatable prices and exceptional customer service make car buying a breeze. Plus, with their hassle-free financing options, driving off in your new ride has never been easier. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, Subaru, Buick, GMC. Visit them today. Sarah, SERRA, Champagne.com.
Let's meet Muhammad Police Officer Jose Rivera.
There was like this calling like, hey, we need more law enforcement. We need more people to serve. Where are they at? I was like, I'm here.
Yeah.
And I give my all. I put myself in that place. I exposed myself. I had a lot of weaknesses, First of all, is my language. Just this big wall. However, I just needed to serve. I just needed to serve my community.
And then the Muhammad job came up almost a year ago.
Yes.
And so has it been what you expected?
It has been more than what I was expecting.
Why?
Every day I put my uniform on. It's a new opportunity for somebody. Like every word, every action you take can make a change in somebody's life, in the kid and in the elderly, in the person that have a criminal mind and the person that didn't have the best. You can make a change. And I have that opportunity. And I know there's a lot of officers out there that every time they put their uniform, they have that purpose, make a change.
Stephanie Pratt, Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group, the realtor that rocks, supports local law enforcement with Stevie J Broadcasting.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow right here in Champaign-Urbana can switch you over so you can start saving today. Kurt and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give them a call when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Very happy and honored to have Dr. Abraham Kocherl, Cardiac Electrophysiology, OSF Heart of Marion, Urbana. What is AFib?
Yeah, so atrial fibrillation is a heart rhythm disorder, and it's actually the most common heart rhythm disorder that needs treatment. So about 6 million Americans have it currently, and it's expected to increase to about 15 million by 2050. So it's a growing problem. There are lots of things that lead to atrial fibrillation, and this includes diseases like diabetes and hypertension, sleep apnea. Other factors that lead to it are an excessive alcohol and tobacco use, being overweight or obese, and being sedentary. Generally it's an older person's disease. Generally, if you have other heart conditions, it's worth looking for, so that there's a condition called heart failure, which commonly is associated with atrial fibrillation. So hopefully, if you have one of those conditions, those patients are being seen by a cardiologist, and that cardiologist is paying attention to the heart rhythm and keeping an eye on things to look for the development of atrial fibrillation.
To learn more, visit osfhealthcare.org.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign, Urbana.